Hi there, that's right, it's Nick Dutch back on the camera yet again. Hi there, how's it going? Now I just want to talk a little more about this subject of magic, because there's been some back talk here on YouTube on the subject as a result of my last video. Now, some people feel that the practice of religious ceremonies is, by its own definition, magic itself. I've got a bit of an issue with that. If we go back to the writings of, let's say, Aleister Crowley, for instance, he said that magic was the art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with the will. And the fact that the words art and science are there in a definition would in fact imply that one would have to take a scientific attitude and indeed imply artistic creativity and demonstrate that one is improving one's skills with the passage of time. Now, in many cases, can we really say that magicians, or people who call themselves magicians, are really doing this? I don't think that we can under all circumstances. What is the other definition of the word magic that's mentioned in Magic in Theory and Practice by Aleister Crowley? To be a diligent researcher into nature. So, we've got to understand what it means to be truly diligent and to be doing research into nature and to be demonstrating, our workings and the way that we come to our conclusions and the theories and ideas and hypotheses that we generate when we're trying to come closer to finding out what is real without necessarily just jumping to acceptance. Obviously, the word science itself refers to the search for the truth. It doesn't necessarily mean to say finding the truth or having found the truth. It's a process of learning, of development, of getting more information with the passage of time. Now, in my previous videos, I've mentioned the idea that magic is, in its own right, a experiential art. Now, that would take away the imperative for magic to be something which is maybe a hard and fast science. But the reason that I said that is because there are some people who are under the delusion that certain specific results, such as, I don't know, the healing of all diseases, or being free from financial pain, or to reliably have a loved one return to you as a result of magic, is something which can be very easily and very readily achieved with negligible effort, when essentially I feel that that is not correct, and of course my experience would also demonstrate that that's not correct. So that's why I personally define magic as being an experiential art, and also maybe a formalized way of experimenting with ESP, which is essentially all we're talking about really here. Okay, so the actual action of performing religious rituals certainly is not, by my estimation, magic. It purely isn't. You can easily generate your own religion through using any means at your disposal, and I would encourage you to do that. But I certainly don't feel that you could place that under the name of magic. Okay, I mean, obviously, if magic is a science, or an attempt to turn something which is an experimentation into ESP into a science, one would have to demonstrate one's using scientific thinking, because science is a process of learning and using certain methods and ideas and understandings of the world, including experimental design, to try and come closer to what is true, whether one's using positivistic or indeed the more possibly informalized anti-positivistic methodology. So these are things we've got to take into account. So I would like to ask you, if you call yourself a magician, to basically explain how you can justify the ownership of that particular title. Okay? Nick Dutch signing out for now.